It's Minecraft Origins Explained. It's back. It's here to haunt me for the rest of my life with another origin called the Mimic from the user known as 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼. You can download this from the Origins Discord server, linked down below as always. The Mimic is a 3-impact origin. You're a cute and small orange slime who loves to mimic things such as noises and attributes to adapt to their environment. Oh, and also you love cookies too. Let's get into the abilities. Your first ability is Compress. Your sticky body allows you to compress when you are sprinting, and pressing shift meaning you can fit underneath slabs and or other small spaces. Basically, whenever you're sprinting around as this mimic slime thingamy-bob, you're basically non-existent effectively. You can press shift while sprinting in order to shrink your size down to a small enough size you can fit into one block gaps, which could be pretty useful in a lot of different parkour senses of it, but at the same time may not also be useful. I don't know. It's a little bit of a cool thing there. You could possibly make a creative secret entrances that only you can get into with this type of thing, and other things along those lines. Sticky. Your slime-like body allows you to sprint across walls. This ability allows you to slip, slide, and zoom across walls for a very short period of time, but with that short period of time, you can quite literally just go like 10 blocks within a matter of moments pretty easily and pretty quickly. Honestly, a very useful ability of just getting around, especially when you're going around mountains or cave areas, as you can just use the walls to just zoom across a lot quicker than what you would walk normally. Slow. Slimes aren't meant for walking, therefore your walking and sprinting speed is drastically slow. This just stacks on with the previous ability making it so much more useful just to slide along walls, because not only do you get some super sliding from that, you also have decreased general speed because you're meant to be a slime, so your speed's drastically slowed in comparison to normal. It's not a massive decrease, but it's definitely noticeable to say the least. Cute. You're so cute that you make people love you. This is an enigma of an ability. I have no idea what this actually means. All I know is that every now and then love heart icons will appear on your screen, and that's about it, I suppose. I don't know. The creator will probably clarify in the comments on this one. Hydrophobia. You receive damage over time whilst in contact with water. I mean, I'm pretty sure we all understand this ability. It's pretty common. You take damage when in water. Fun. Like air, modifiers to your walking speed will also apply when you're airborne. Basically, whenever you have anything such as speed boost on you, you pretty much don't want to ever jump into the air because it tends to nerf your speed boost by a fair bit. Usually when sprinting without any form of speed effects, you get an increased speed, but when you're at a certain point of speed boost, adding the sprint jump on top of that will always decrease you. With this ability, it will pretty much make that non-existent, and that when jumping, your ability won't be decreased or your speed won't be decreased. When jumping, it'll just stay roughly the same. Mimic Adapt. Your body cells reform depending on the biome you're in. Cold biomes give you resistance and desert biomes give you fire resistance. Effectively, whenever you're in any form of cold biome, such as a cold snowy taigas, snowy plains, snowy mountains, whatever the hell the cold biome is going to be for your choice here, you pretty much gain default resistance, level 1 resistance, which has a timer of 4 seconds, but that timer does not decrease whilst you're in a cold biome, but the moment you leave that cold biome, it goes immediately effectively. So unlike a lot of other abilities in multiple other origins where the count just continues to tick up the longer you're in some form of biome for, this effect will only ever last for 4 seconds outside of the biome it comes from. Then of course with deserts and mesa biomes you also get roughly a similar thing, just with fire resistance instead, making it so that you can go on lava and stuff like that, also affecting you in the nether. Sweet Tooth. Food gets a slight boost, but it's all you can eat. Also, others can feed you. So explain the other can feed you thing. Effectively, if they're holding out a piece of food and then right click on you directly, it'll feed you. I can't display that here because I don't have a second account anymore. Thank you 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼 for the beautiful account migration. Much appreciated. I love losing a second account. Anyhow, and Sweet Foods is like slightly better than what it used to be, but again, you can't eat anything else, so yeah? Side note on the migration account thing, effectively you can't have more than one Windows account on a given computer without bricking and breaking things, so you can't have a second Minecraft account on the same computer anymore. Fear of the sky. Due to your squishy nature, you can't wear elytras as they somehow fall off mid-flight. So whilst you can't put the elytra on via normal methods by just clicking onto your armor slot, it seems like that the ability to right click and auto where the armor doesn't exactly function or has been disabled like it probably should have been, because you can still right click elytra on you and it doesn't seem to come off you when you're flying around. I don't know, maybe that's just a little bug in the origin here, but I don't know, you're not meant to be able to use elytras. Useless equipment. Your body can't hold shields. Well, I mean, this is pretty self-explanatory. You can't use shields, but at least it's not unwieldy. Fragmentation. When others would die, you would shrink to half your size. You can do this twice per life. You can also extract a part of you to use as a projectile. This is your primary ability. Now, part of this ability, the whole about using your primary button to use a projectile to extract a part of yourself, doesn't seem to function as intended. Unless I don't quite understand it properly, because it does say primary and it doesn't have a little info tip to let you know what button it actually is keyed to. I don't know if this ability properly works as intended, but the other half of it, where you shrink every time you're supposed to die, with twice of that happening per life, works exactly as intended. When you're meant to die, you'll instead shrink to a smaller size, lose a handful of hearts, but gain a bunch of extra saturation based hearts, absorption hearts, which are temporary until they get taken out, and this happens twice per life. When you do go and eventually die, you will go back to your normal size when you do respawn. You won't be permanently stuck as a small thing afterwards. Conversion. You can convert dirt to your substance in order to increase your power. And again, another ability I'm not quite 100% sure about with how it actually functions. There's no any form of key guide on what you need to do in order to activate it, and I kind of just sat around doing random things for a bit, trying to figure out what will get it to actually do whatever it's meant to do, but I personally couldn't figure it out whatsoever after pressing a majority of the keys on my keyboard and spamming around doing stupid things for a couple of minutes. There's also a hidden origin ability that isn't exactly shown to you, but it's pretty obvious. You've got a slimy body. Your body just looks like a bunch of blue slime on the floor, as you can see by the orange particles that are coming off of you whenever you go to your third person view. You also make a bunch of different chirping noises, kind of some of the ones that the fox have, with a mixture of slimy noises and a mixture of different noises. It's honestly a really cool soundscape that comes with this origin, which I think is really neat. But yeah, that's the Mimic origin. What are your thoughts on it? Let me know in the comments down below. There won't be an origin video tomorrow because I'm going to spend the next 3 days putting together the medieval origin video, so you're going to get a big video on Monday, but that's all from me from today. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and bye bye!